Okay, good point.
Hello,
Alexander,
Alexander.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, take it away.
Okay, I'm Alexander from Paralegal AI. We are building AI assistant for lawyers. Most lawyers spend 80% of their time on routine tasks, which limits their income growth because they don't have time for new clients. Their choices, costly and slow human assistants or general AI models which do not know laws of specific countries. Paralegal AI automates 80% of that routine work, which quintuples lawyers' income, and because it's fully customizable to their needs, switching costs and loyalty are high. Our product is trained vertically to laws and precedents of civil law system countries. This is very important. It searches, drafts, compares, formats, and integrates into daily work of a lawyer. We conducted experiment and validated demand. 19 customers paid $90 per monthly subscription. Gross margin was 70%, and CAC was only $5 just paid for Facebook ad. Market opportunity is huge, like $30 billion worldwide. In Black Sea region, it's $500 million, and we target 10% of that, like $50 million in the 5 years. I'm a lawyer, Alexander Amashukeli, and I bring 30 years experience in court litigation and working with transnational corporations like KPMG, for example. Georgi is my son, and he is a B2B sales guy across region. And David is also my son. He's a developer and lecturer and IT Step Academy, Georgia. But we are together not because of family. We ran businesses for 5 years now, and they are successful. Our go-to-market strategy is that we have memorandum of understanding with Georgian Bar Association, and that gives direct access to lawyers locally and abroad. And also I use my NERCOT to expand in region, in Turkey, in Central Asia, Russia, for promotion of the product, and also with digital marketing. Our customers are individual lawyers in the first phase, then law firms and small and big law firms, and finally public procurement. Competition with 10K lawyers locally and 200 lawyers, in the region. We are first movers, and in Europe just started this trend. Electrum AI raised $2 million 6 months ago for the same thing. Thank you very much. We have some other slides here. Unit economists, we can discuss it later. Your questions are welcomed.
So how are you different than all the other, than Harvey and those guys? Other than you speak Georgian, right? Which is a big difference.
First of all, we don't go to developed markets. Like, we don't go to common law countries like US, Britain, even Western Europe, where it's more or less that we concentrate on countries where legal tech is not that developed. For example, Turkey, Brazil. There are 130 countries worldwide which have civil law systems and which do not have legal tech developers. As I said, we are first mover here in the region.
In the region?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the thing is that there are two different juridical systems.
Right. Yeah.
One is US law,
Yeah.
Common law, civil law.
Yeah.
UK,
Well,
France.
we have some other features as well, but that's a main difference, that this is target market, and also some customizable things that, we try to create platform for lawyers to adjust it to their needs, specific needs. So that's one of big ideas about our product.
Did you say one of you are a lawyer?
Sorry?
Are you an attorney?
I'm a domain expertise, yeah. I'm a lawyer.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Okay.
Yeah, that's good that you mentioned it. That's another feature, that many teams do not have lawyers on their team. Like this Lexstrom AI doesn't have lawyers, so they just develop it and they hire lawyers to develop their products. That's big disadvantage because you should have lawyer in a team. Lawyer should be investor of this startup to work for this startup.
I totally agree, and there's a whole bunch of different types of law.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now, are you going after vertical aspects of law, or what's?
Absolutely. We are digging deep, because what we do not make this startup for ordinary customers. We do it for lawyers, for professionals, for them to...
Right, but what type of, I mean, do you,
corporate law, for example, or accidents.
Yeah, civil law, first of all, because it's more developed. Civil law, administrative law, some fundamental branches of law. Okay. We don't touch tax law, for example, in the first place, or some international law, because the international law with other types of laws we have competitors. So we want to grow vertically and dig deeper in this sphere.
So a little less on the corporate law side and more on the administrative transactional law
absolutely,
stuff is going to be...
Whatever big LLM models or our competitors know about subject, we are not interested in that because we have competitors. We want to create unique value for each lawyer, for them it to be usable and not to apply to ChatGPT or DeepSeek or something. So, me being a professional, I cannot use, for example, any LLM model or any, I subscribe to Clio or something, it's called, this British startup, and I couldn't use it because it's not adjusted to local legislation of Georgia. Right. And
one of my daughters was an early employee at a company called Ironclad, which is a legal tech company in Silicon Valley. And in the early days, they found that when they pitched law firms were like, we don't want to reduce our billable hours. We want as many billable hours as we can get. And so they started pitching in-house legal teams. Yeah. Because in-house legal teams actually want to get stuff done faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so now Ironclad is a very successful legal tech provider focused just on in-house legal teams. My point here is, well, just telling a story about my daughter, and also the fact that there's sometimes you're surprised finding that your ideal customer profile is different than you thought it was going to be.
Absolutely, yes.
So what have you found so far in terms of, like today, how would you describe your ideal customer profile?
Ideal customer profile is a tired lawyer, which works very much and earns very low, like me, for example. Because my income doubled when I started to use GPT, for example. My hourly rate was 60 lari per hour. Now my hourly is 120. Because I can, but still I need half hour to work with answers GPT gives me. So if my product works perfectly, I would need 5 minutes for that, and my income would be $300 per hour.
That's great.
Because clients don't care; they want to make this service fast and quality.
Right.
Because they don't care whether they pay me for 5 hours, $300 or for 1 hour.
So I love this. Your ICP is a tired lawyer.
Yeah,
I love that. That's perfect.
Absolutely. Sick lawyer, tired lawyer. Yes, in the first place. But then we want to do the same, to go to in-house, to pitch in-house lawyers. And actually, I said we have big interest with Georgian Bar Association. Immediately, we conducted this experiment. Justice Council of Georgia called Ministry of Justice, Salia, called us and congratulated us, and he is our big supporter, because what I just described is that market is starving for this. In Brazil, there are 4 million hanging cases, because of criminality and everything. 4 million, just imagine this number, and judges are dying, lawyers are dying. They invented something there, but it doesn't work for judges, it's just for lawyers right now. And you reminded very good, and another unique value is that AI brings, there were many legal tech companies, and there are still, But when you bring AI, it gives you human-like communication. And it is much more reliable for lawyers and trustworthy from market point of view when somebody speaks with you like a human. So it's a very big business, and the fact that they give $2 billion to this startup, Lexstrom AI, just 6 months ago, validates our vision about that this works differently as legal tech companies. And Harvey AI, that's why they invested too much in this AI. Actually, when I say AI, I mean deep neural networks.
Yeah.
Because AI means many things, and they're in market for 10 years. Deep neural networks are perfect.
Okay. So is your value as a paralegal, right? I kind of like the positioning as a paralegal.
Yeah.
But that's, is your value, how much of your value is we are absolutely positively up to date and comprehensive and robust on all the statutes that are relevant to this topic? Or is it, you know, I can spin out a real estate contract in 5 minutes, and it used to take me an hour? Which, is it compliance with the law, or is it accuracy, is it just production of the contract?
If I understand your question correctly, I mean, it is guided by law, first of all.
Right.
Right? I mean, write me contract, for example.
So how much of it is LLM, and how much of it is access to a database that gives you certainty of the...
Oh, I understand your question. That's,
Right.
that's very good that you reminded me. That's another unique value, because there are many things, so many details. So how our model works is like this. Here is query of a client, right? Query goes to LLM, and LLM formulates question to our RAG system.
Okay.
So RAG system does everything there, so gives specific laws and specific precedents to LLM back.
Right.
And then LLM, in compliance with this given answer, so LLM input there is about 20%, and 80% is this RAG system, which is unique, and we're working on it for a couple of months now to make it, you know, very contextual search. For it to search 80 pages precedent, for example, and to extract exact abstract.
So is that your proprietary database, or are there...
Absolutely, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so that is your unique IP.
Absolutely.
You've had to aggregate all of these different... Now, I'm assuming each government sort of authority in Georgia publishes, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's public,
But, and then you pick up new legislation.
We parse it,
gets, okay.
Yeah.
So that's... Whereas ChatGPT will make sure that I don't misspell or misspeak or miss whatever.
It's a 20% of entire work, 80% is this RAG system, which we work hard on it to make it perfect.
Okay.
Just remind me the business model again, how you're making money, how you charge.
Subscription is $90 per month, $900 annually for subscription, with usage limits. For individual lawyers, law firms, but if we have enterprises, then there is special rates for them, like you have public agency, like Ministry of Justice, for example, or public registry, and you have special deals with them. And it's all related with usage, of course, and expenditure. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I welcome your investment, personal investment. I see you in paragraph, so you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.